Well, welcome back to Hold the Phone YouTube. Here is our best singular bet for Thursday, July 17th. Well, you look at the calendar, there is no sports on. So, what does that call for? That calls for a future, Luke.
Come on. This might be our biggest bet of all time. What does $100 bring you home?
14,000.
How's that sound?
$100, 14,000. We appreciate you clicking on this goddamn video. Thank goodness that you're here. We're gonna run through a little NFL divisional champion parlay. Five legs.
Football's right around the corner.
Yep.
And it's time to make you some money in the NFL. We have 5 divisional winners parlayed together to create a plus 13,000 NFL bet that's going to take you through the whole season. Doesn't get any better than that.
So $100 wins 13,000.
Yeah, 13,000. Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
All right. Well, 5 divisional winners, Luke. Out of the 8, we're leaving 3 aside. These are our 5 as of we stand July 17th. Our 5 most confident winners, Luke.
All right, we're going to start in the AFC West. We see some value here.
Yep. We do see some value.
It's not your favorite Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, we think, are going to go, I'm not going to say they're not a playoff team, but I think there's some hungry dogs in this division.
Luke, let me say this. I think the AFC West is going to be the most exciting division in football this season. You have the Chiefs coming off getting spanked in the Super Bowl. They obviously need help on the O-line. Travis Kelce, another year getting older. Rashee Rice coming off of injury. Pacheco was kind of a non-factor. They just got slapped in the Super Bowl in years past. Teams coming off losing in the Super Bowl. The grass hasn't been really greener on the other side. There's been some struggles. But, as long as 15's under the center, anything is possible. However, we're going to take some value here. There's 3 horses in this race with the Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos. And Luke, year 2 for Mr. Harbaugh is who we're going to roll with. The LA Chargers. Because I could have said year 2 for Mr. Bo Nix. We're going year 2 for Mr. Harbaugh. Look, they continue to upgrade the O-line, continue to get some weapons. Herbert at some point is going to have to get back in the mix. I think Harbaugh's second year, we saw great success year 1. I can't imagine year 2. Young guys like Joe Alt, Lad McConkey. Obviously, they get a new back in the backfield. The kid out of UNC. Luke, I like the Chargers, dude. Frisky.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs are getting into that territory where they're kind of still holding on. I think maybe this is Kelsey's last year. Maybe after this year, they got to do a little rebuild. I'm not saying get rid of Mahomes, obviously, but they need a little youth in that squad. So I think this might be the beginning of the end for the Chiefs as we know them. Obviously, with Mahomes, they're going to be fine. Andy Reid. But the Chargers, Harbaugh's first year, they go 11-6. This offense is electric. The defense is looking good.
We saw like 7 or 8 regular season wins last year for the Chiefs come down to the skin of the hair of their ass cheeks. We had the Broncos fumble a field goal. We had the Raiders fumble. We had the Isaiah Likely toe out of bounds. Like, the amount of games that they could have lost that could have swayed the other way. Look, I think Chiefs this year, wild card, could be calling their name, which would be tough.
Right. All right, leg number 1, Chargers. If we get this one through, it starts to feel good. Leg number 2, we're going to the NFC East.
We're going to the NFC East, Luke. You don't get a back-to-back divisional winner in this division often. I think over the last 20, 21 years, it really hasn't happened much. It goes Giants, Cowboys, Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, Commanders, a lot of back and forth, not so much Commanders, but those 3 teams that I was just naming, Eagles, Cowboys, Giants. However, this year, it's going to be the Philadelphia Eagles once again. Look, the defense, young, offense remains with Mr. Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Once again, a lot of hatred towards Jalen Hurts, not getting the respect he deserves. Quarterback ranking number 9. The Philadelphia Eagles, I love to get the job done in the division. And honestly, We're going to see a sophomore season for Jaden Daniels. What does that look like? We're then going to see, the Cowboys once again. A lot of question marks down in Jerry's world. I think the Eagles have the best defense in the NFL, first and foremost, and still one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. Look, the sky's the limit. The Eagles are going to continue to dominate, not only in the league, but the NFC East. Should be easy.
Yeah, I think O-line, D-line is the thing here. The Commanders are going to be scary. Jaden Daniels, second year. I think sky's the limit. Cowboys, I'll believe it when I see it.
And again,
but yeah,
even when they played them, defense just really showed. The Eagles were able to go up and down the field, and at some point, the Commanders just could not keep up because of the Eagles' defense.
Yeah, but the Commanders still won a lot of games.
Correct.
And it was Jaden Daniels' first year. They're not going to be playing each
No,
other
I know.
every week.
I know. You just never know with a little sophomore slump action. Jaden Daniels fresh on the scene. Maybe this season, who knows? A little more tape around the league to be studying all summer.
I'm not seeing a slump, dude. Jaden Daniels is going to be in the MVP conversation, probably second in that division, playoff team, but we like the Eagles to win it. All right, now we go to the NFC North.
NFC North, Luke. This one you have to take the stage for. We're praying.
Look, I think it's not going to be the Vikings. JJ McCarthy, they won 14 games last year. Now Vegas has their win total at 8.5, and you got to feel like everybody's going to want to take the over on that, considering what they did last year. Obviously, Kevin O'Connell,
great coach, but
I think it's going to Bears. I'll believe it when I see it. I think they went over their win total each of the last 12 years, maybe 100. It's going to come down to the Packers and Lions, and I honestly, as scary as it is to say, I could see this division coming down to the game in week 1, which is just insane. They're going to be a game or two within each other. It's probably going to come down to head-to-head. Game 1 at Lambeau. I think the Packers are 1.5-point favorites. You got to feel like everybody's going to be on the Lions. I already like a sharp Packers team in that game. Jordan Love keeps getting better, added some weapons. Jeff Hafley, second year's defensive coordinator. I don't see any reason why they can't be a 12-win team.
It is not easy to lose a coordinator and just continue with the same success. I think the defense for the Lions is a little frisky. Obviously, you have Hutchinson coming off tearing his Achilles. I don't think it's going to be as sweet as everyone expects it to be. I love this play. I love the Packers. Like you said, I don't think Lightning's going to strike twice with the Vikings. JJ McCarthy, this is his true rookie season. They were pulling games out of the hat. Props to Kevin O'Connell. I think they're now dead. Like you said, believe it when you see it with the Bears. They're still cursed. They'll still lose in fluke shit fashion. There will still be bullshit going on in that NFC North for the Chicago Bears. I think all roads truly lead to the Packers. Luke, we thought the Packers' year was last year. I think with the way their season ended, they fought with Philadelphia. I think this is truly the year. No injuries, no bullshit. Now you get a new weapon with your first-round draft pick, the kid, what was it? Yeah. Golden out of Texas to replace that long ball with Christian Watson. Maybe this is actually truly the Jaden Reed year. Look, I love the Packers. I think it's their division.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they had a dog shit year last year, and they still won 11 games, which shows you how good they are. Josh Jacobs, second year in the offense. Like I said, Hafley, the defense should be better. All right, that's 3 legs, dude. We're looking at 13 Gs, and it doesn't seem too tough so far.
How great is it to be talking NFL? Very special. Just be thinking about these matchups, thinking about these divisions.
You don't even need notes
thinking about these teams. I know, dude. Very special stuff. Luke.
All right, leg 4, NFC South. We took them last year. It hit, and we're going to ride them again.
We're going to ride them again. NFC South, one of those divisions, AFC South, NFC South, both very sketchy, not too much of a threat coming out of either division, like always. It feels like there's definitely bigger and better divisions, tougher divisions. NFC South, we're going to roll with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield, another year in the offense, another year just being an absolute gamer, an absolute dog. Look, I love Baker. McMillan, absolute dog. Mike Evans, his season over under once again sitting at 1,000. Is he going to continue the streak? You got a two-headed monster with Mr. Rashad White and the Oregon kid, fucking Bucky Irving.
Yep.
Look, their defense was rounding a corner as well last year. I love the Bucks. I can't trust yet the Michael Penix Jr. Falcons. Believe it when you see it.
No.
I can't put money behind the Carolina Panthers, even though I think it's going to be a good year for them. Saints are beyond dead. They're in the grave. Loop, I wouldn't be shocked if the Panthers make a push here for the NFC South over the Falcons. I think.
Yeah, I mean, the Panthers are going to definitely take a step up, but at the end of the day, they were 5-12 last year. We're going to double our win total in Carolina.
No.
Falcons, like you said, believe it when you see it. Bucks just seem solid, and it seems like, I just gave away the big pick. I went to click on
NFC West, dude.
I mean the Bucks, and give us the Rams to close it out.
NFC West. I think this might be the year where the Rams are once again Super Bowl contenders. We saw it back in Super Bowl, 55 out in LA when they took down the Bengals. I think we're going up that same alley. What a year for an LA football team. You got Harbaugh and the Chargers year 2. Then we go to the NFC East. I think if you were to put a gun to my head and said, give me one division winner, it would be the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not worried about the Cowboys or the Commanders. Then maybe things are falling apart. It is not easy losing coordinators.
Best one.
When the Eagles lost their coordinator after Super Bowl 56, or when they lost to the Chiefs, when they lost Shane Steichen and Jonathan Gannon, it was the following year where they got blown out in the wild card game against the Bucks. And it was a struggling downhill downfall. They hired fucking Brian Johnson as their old coordinator. Look, the Packers is their division to win this year. I'm not worried about the Vikings either. Give us the Bucks because we're gonna fade Michael Penix Jr. and Bryce Young. And then last but not least, I think it's a Rams year. I know I'm not. They just paid Brock Purdy, and Kyle Shanahan is always still a threat, but I'm not worried about them. Let's
$13,000, bet 100. Doesn't seem so tough. Feel like at least 3 of these are coming home. Just give us all 5. Come on.
Yeah. It really would come down, I think, to the Packers and the Chargers.
Yep. Get over the line. Come on. Big wins week 1. Start 1-0.
Plus 13,005 NFL divisional winners: Chargers, Eagles, Packers, Bucks, Rams. Do you imagine if this came home? Be sports betting history.
We'll see you tomorrow. 6-legger Friday. Lox and I are going to the ESPYs, red carpet. So we got to
hit the road. All right, fellas. We'll see you on the other side. We appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. As always, we will see you on the other side once again.